Queen Aliquippa is a new to me variety this year, and I was really excited for it, but unfortunately, I think this is one that is going to be on my elimination list. The seedling grew out pretty well into a nice plant, and the tomatoes are supposed to be green with a tint of yellow, but when they were green, they were hard as a rock, and then they would just turn straight to yellow. And I also noticed this variety seemed to have issues with blossom end rot, and blossom end rot is a topic I try to stay away from because it causes a lot of debate in the gardening community as to what the cause is. So I am not going to go there, except that I will say, in my experience, I only notice blossom end rot on certain varieties or certain types of tomatoes, like Romas. And while I don't think that this tomato is considered a Roma, I think it's still similar enough in shape and size for there to be that issue. I did manage to pick some, but they were yellow and not green, but they weren't mushy or anything, so they were still edible, so I did get to try some. It kind of looks like a yellow pear tomato at this stage, but it is a lot more firm, and cutting into it was a little tough because the skin is so thick, and taking a bite out of it took a little more effort than a tomato should. The flavor was nice, but it didn't seem that unique, but I will say that it felt mild and acid, and on the Brix meter it had a reading of 9.4, so it is a sweet tomato, but as I mentioned earlier, I won't be growing this variety again. Even though the color shouldn't matter, they are supposed to be green, but I checked the tomatoes for ripeness every day, and they went from green and rock hard to yellow and ripe very quickly. And being that it is susceptible to blossom end rot and it wasn't super productive in my opinion, and doesn't taste that special, it doesn't make sense to grow it again next year, especially when space is so limited. But as always, your experience or other people's experiences may vary. This was just my experience with Queen Aliquippa, and maybe later on down the road, I'll circle back to this variety and give it another shot, but I still think that would be unlikely.